Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well. The German leader, Mr. Olaf Scholz, the Chancellor of Germany, humiliated in China. He went to China with a big delegation of business leaders and others in order to invest or do business with the Chinese, but in the same time telling the Chinese what to do. So that's ridiculous and idiotic. So the Germans go over there and then they tell the Chinese what to do. But you go over there in order to invest, to do some business. It's unbelievable. Now, how was the German leader humiliated? Olaf Scholz. Well, he is the president, right? The chancellor of the used to be great country of Germany. He goes to China and he lands in China. Who's supposed to receive him? Come on, you know the answer. His counterpart, that would be Xi Jinping, right? Xi Jinping, not the prime minister or not the defense minister or foreign minister or anybody like that. It is the president, the guy in charge. You don't meet the janitor. It's not going to be the janitor, receiving you at the airport. Well, it was a mayor. So a mayor of a town receives the president of Germany, the chancellor of Germany. Humiliation 100%. But remember, if you don't respect yourself, don't ask anybody else to respect you. And I think that's exactly through their actions, the German leaders, guys who are managing your country in the name of other interests, this is the way it actually is, through their actions, they impose no respect. No respect. Let me show you. I have a video, by the way, on this great ceremonial meeting. Russia Today, 15th of April 2024. German leader greeted in China by deputy mayor. Deputy mayor. Chancellor Olaf Scholz hopes to meet with President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Qiang later this week. So this is the weasel. That guy represents you, my Deutsche Volk. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz embarked on a high-profile visit in China on Sunday in an effort to strengthen economic relations between the two nations amid growing tensions between Western countries and Beijing over trade and political issues. Why is there a tension between Western countries? Like, what do you mean? Bulgaria? Is Bulgaria a Western country considered? Is Spain? I don't see that any tension between those countries and China. I think it's the United States has a problem with China, and others that cannot compete anymore have a problem with China. Because that's how capitalism works. If I produce something and you produce something better and cheaper, maybe, I'm not going to try to use my inventivity to create something or innovation and create something better, more efficient, in a more efficient way and compete, bring it on the market and let the customer decide which one it buys. I'm going to buy this expensive, shitty thing, or I'm going to buy this cheap, very good quality thing. Which one would you buy? Right, obviously, right? So these guys are upset that they cannot compete. So some countries, not Bulgaria, not Romania, not Portugal, not Spain, are upset that they cannot compete. Well, if you bring technology to another country, what do you want? And the guys are doing it better than you and cheaper than you. And remember, I'm going to show you something else in the next paragraph that's even more idiotic. And I have the video with Mr. Scholz descending from his Lufthansa airplane. The Chancellor, accompanied by a large delegation of ministers and top executives from companies including Siemens, BMW and Mercedes, arrived in southwestern city of Chongqing, an industrial hub with a population of over 30 million. Scholz went to China at the invitation of Premier Li Qiang, though at the airport his delegation was greeted by the vice mayor of Changchun, Zhang Guozi, and China's ambassador to Germany, Wu Ken. So here, this is the ridiculous. Siemens, BMW, and Mercedes, among others, go to the communist China, but they pulled out of capitalist Russia. It's the same thing that's happened in the Second World War. The good people of the good leaders of Great Britain and France went to war against Germany, capitalist country, and they allied themselves with what? With the communist criminals. The other ones were criminals too, weren't they? But no, we were just Okay, just the Germans and the Soviets. All right, so don't give me that. Well, I can't. It's just this guy because I have to pick my. Okay, let's say you have your mommy, and your mommy is raped by this guy, and then the other. They take turns. Mike and Tom. They take turns on your mommy, but you're afraid to fight both of them, so you're gonna fight only one, while the other one keeps pumping on your mom. Like how I say things straight. So, and say, well, I couldn't fight both of them, so I let Tom, my mom, but hey, Mike, I will just fuck him up. Interesting. And it's not only me, because my allies will do the same thing. We'll just fuck up Mike, but not Tom. And Tom does the same thing to Poland, my mom, as these guys. Interesting? The same these guys right here, the Germans, they bring investment, business executives to China, which tomorrow, if they want tomorrow, they can kick everybody out. Why? They have the military. They fuck themselves, that's sure, for sure, but that's China. But hey, they pulled out of Russia. At whose order? Don't give me morality. Don't give me morality. All right? Because the businessmen are not over there to care if Shang Zhong, Emil Kosman, or Abu Hassan, or whomever is. They care for profit. They don't care where the profit comes from and how they acquire it. Now let me show you the video here with the great pretender coming over. All right, so this is the German presidential Deutschland. Haydn, that's Haydn, okay? Without the words. Look at this guy. Look at his body posture. He's gonna be bent, hunched back, like over. He's a weasel. I'm gonna tell you a little story. Look how he walks. Not straight, chest out, nah, head up. He's a weasel. The way you think, the way you act, it's shown on your body language, my friends. That's why body language is about 80% of your behavior, the cues that you give, the hints. I think 80, 85 or something like this. Verbal thing, no. The body language. So I say, I love you very much. Okay, which one you take? I love you very much or my body, and so on. So there you have it. I remember someone when I was younger, I was in Romania, said, look at that guy, he's old like this because that's his character. And indeed it was. Because from too many of these things, you become exactly like your leader. And compare that, not with Biden, compare that with Trump, how he walked, compare that with Putin, compare that with maybe Macron. Macron is walking too fast though. And walking fast is not a sign of, you can see it energetic, but it's not a sign of self-confidence. But nevertheless, these things are not absolute, like 100%. If he walks fast, he is not confident. That's why you have to get more to analyze the behavior more, and then after you get, a few things, you put them together and say, okay, my analysis is this lacks this or has this. So here it is. The great Chancellor of Germany comes to meet the deputy mayor of a town in China. And then, by the way, already read some articles regarding his meeting with officials. He goes to China. He tells them that they should be careful in Ukraine and with Iran. They should just stop supporting Russia and stop or condemn Iran. But in the meantime, they come with these guys to invest. It's the same thing as, let's say, someone, I'm going to give you another visual here. Someone goes to your house, takes a shit on your porch, realizes he doesn't have toilet paper, knocks at your door or cling glong, gling glong, gling glong. You open the door and says, excuse me, can I have some toilet paper? I just took a shit on your porch. And you will say, oh yeah, sure. Here it is, right here. No, you're going to just go and give it to him. No, you know what? Maybe you're going to help him. You're going to, okay. humiliation. If you don't think that was humiliating, well, I hope you behave the same in society and see how everybody else will respect you for that. Self-respect. There's no self-respect. But that shows you the difference. And when you hear these guys that are knocked out, like Germany is an occupation, is knocked out, is a weasel, is doing what the guy is saying over there, he goes to lecture China. Anyway, that's ridiculous. That's why the Chinese treat Germany as they do. They're going to get a little bit more things from Mercedes, BMW, and Siemens and others, and then they're going to just say, we got it. Bye-bye, we will out-compete you. And we don't need you anymore. You can impose how many tariffs you want on us. We're too big. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.